Hi, my name's Penny. Please excuse the nerves, I've never done a vlog before. I would like to discuss cancer. Earlier this year in July I was diagnosed with bowel cancer. It's stage 3C. If you're unsure of the stages, you could check them out on Cancer Research UK website. It's really informative on there. I actually staged myself before it was confirmed by doctors. I'm one of these people that I get little pieces of information and I have to go read up on it, which a lot of people tell me I shouldn't do because you can freak yourself out with it. But for me, going into various different doctor's appointments, oncologist appointments, consultant appointments, to know what they were going to say actually really helped. It prepared me a little bit more than I think I would have been. I'm 27 right now, but I've been ill for about 2.5 years. I just like to go through some of the things that was wrong with me during that time. I know you can sit and you can Google the symptoms of bowel cancer and you can find pretty much anything on Google, but I'd just like to pass on my experience, and if I can help one person, go get checked, then job done. So the symptoms that I had, which they do say with bowel cancer, if you have symptoms it's already pretty advanced. So it's one of the silent killers. It's the second biggest killer, I believe, in the UK after breast cancer. Yeah. Sorry. So the symptoms I had were, to begin with, rectal bleeding, which lasted for a few days, and then it never appeared again. Had acid reflux, which eventually I got put on omeprazole for, but it persisted and overrode the omeprazole. So my doctors doubled my omeprazole, which still didn't help. I had abdominal cramps. Every time I ate, it would hurt. I had nausea every day, regardless of whether I ate or not. And I say ate or not because eventually one of the doctors suggested I may have celiacs, so I tried to limit my diet to gluten-free things, and in my head worked out that I actually felt better on the days where I didn't eat at all, because I wouldn't have the burning or the nausea or the pain. But of course, not eating is not okay, and then eventually 2 days into not eating I would be lightheaded because I hadn't eaten. I would be getting faint at work. I had a pretty physical job. I was a cleaner, so it was hands-on, mopping, brushing, hoovering, all that. So it's not good to be lightheaded. Actually, in work I nearly fell up the stairs one time with a mop bucket because I was just out of it. Hadn't eaten for a couple of days, was overheating. Not the way to be. So please don't stop eating. Please go to your doctor and get checked. Be persistent. Let them know everything that's going on, even though it might seem embarrassing. All my GPs are male, and it was really hard to sit there and say, you know, I've had rectal bleeding. That was a difficult one to come out with, and a difficult one to continue to bring up at appointments, but I had to do it in order to be healthy. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Right now, I feel like I don't have anything. I can't make any plans. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. I have to be accompanied by somebody everywhere I go. Independence is gone. Anyway, back to symptoms. I was lightheaded, even when I did eat. I think that was because I was probably bleeding internally or because the tumour was getting bigger, I'm not sure. I've since had 2 operations. The first one was to remove my appendix initially, because that's what they thought I had, was appendicitis, which they said had inflamed a piece of my bowel next to my appendix. When they did diagnostic surgery where they just went in keyhole, they discovered a tumour, so they made a bigger incision. They removed a piece of my bowel, about 14 centimetres. And they removed the tumour and my appendix, and 10 lymph nodes, 4 of which were infected with cancer. On the second operation, they removed 10 centimetres of my bowel, and they drained a surgical abscess and cleaned all that up. They also placed markers in case I need radiotherapy in future, which I'm hoping I don't. I start chemotherapy in about 2 weeks. I have to wait for my stomach to heal up from my second operation. If you think you have anything like this, and it might be misinterpreted or misdiagnosed or mistook for celiacs or soy allergy or a wheat allergy or anything like that, please be persistent with your doctor and just ask them to do basic checks. There's a cancer marker check you could have, but that doesn't always show. Sometimes you can have cancer and have a negative marker result, which I don't know how that works, but that's what I've been told and that's what I've read. But you can get tested. There's a bowel cancer card where you send a sample. Usually this is only given to people over 50 or 60, I believe. Please be persistent and know that cancer doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care how young you are either.